Hey everyone, it's Relic here, and we are back playing some more Banished Harsh Survival. So yeah, it's been a while since we've actually played this, and there's a few good reasons for it. Number one, it's been quite busy in real life, and then number two, if you follow my channel, you'll know that we had a new mod pack, the Qantas mod pack, start with the FTOG group, FTOG community that I play with. And also we started playing some Conan as well, and I do struggle getting everything in at times, but I didn't want to abandon this because I really enjoy it. And I guess rather than starting off like we normally do with here's what we did in between episodes or in the last episode, for you guys that are new to the channel, or if you haven't seen this series yet, we'll just have a quick sort of recap on what it's all about, what we've done, and yeah, what we're going to do next really. So the Banished Harsh Survival mod pack is written by a guy called Lord Dan, and is put together by a guy called Lord Dan. He might have written some stuff, I don't know. But basically, it's kind of everything has been nerfed. So when you go mining, rather than getting the block, you get a piece of a block, and you have to put all of those together. And sort of hunger. I think hunger has potentially been overhauled. Breeding is really difficult because you start off with wild animals and it takes a while in breeding to actually get them to the standard animals. We've got these amazing things which are the nomadic tents, and basically if you just go inside, you can see if it gets in there. Yeah, pretty good. Got a bit of a space to put some stuff in, but the main thing with this is you can take a hammer, you can take the tent down. All of the stuff that's in here stays in here, so it just basically becomes like a big backpack, I guess. And you can take it with you wherever you go, which is really cool. And I've got a couple of them, so I've got a load of my chests in here, and I've got my Pam's Harvest Craft stuff in here. So Pam's obviously in the pack as well. But we decided to settle down here with the village that we've got here. We've got a load of villages in here. Something else that's in the pack is Minecraft comes alive. So you can see here, if I look at this guy, when you basically click onto any of the villagers, you get this interact, and you can basically say things to them, tell jokes, shake hands, give gifts or whatever. And I'm noticing that my frames is taking a bit of a battering, and yeah, a bit of a this dude over here. Let's just go and quickly deal with him. We are right underneath a slime island, which was not exactly what we wanted. And yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, so there are some guardians in the water, which is a bit of a pain. And I guess we'll just get over here away from those briefly if we can. And that's what I've tried to build up the sort of platform here, because this wasn't like this. This is all quite open, just with a few sort of gangways. And I've got all my villagers. They're all basically sort of locked up in houses at the moment. You can click on them and you can ask them to stay, and you can tell them where they're going to live, which is pretty handy for keeping them safe for zombies. Because if a zombie gets hold of them, pretty much I guess like any villagers, they turn into zombie villagers. But in this case, they still keep their names. So we've got Buster the Butcher here, and he was actually the only casualty that we've had in this village altogether. And I'm keeping him locked up there until I can figure out what to do with him. And I might try the old splash potion of weakness and sort of golden apple trick that you would try with a normal zombie villager. But yeah, I'm not holding out much hope. Hopefully those guardians have gone. I'll perhaps just stand away a little bit just to make sure. And yeah, there's a way to get metals that's a little bit easier than going and mining up the fragments and trying to stick those together. And that is, you can use the foundry. Now, that isn't actually this tent that we've been in already. And it's a pretty cool item. It's from the Iron Foundry. Sorry, I can't even say that. You can see it up at the left-hand side of the screen. The Foundry mod, we're going to call it. Basically, what happens is you put iron fragments or whatever into the foundry, and it can be any metal. And I think you can do, pretty much sure you can do diamonds as well. And they'll fill up this little inventory here, and then when it gets full, basically you'll get an ingot, which is really cool. And one of the ways that we've been supplementing that is we found a roguelike dungeon, which is, you just see the marker on the map, is over there, 581 meters. And basically, we've set up a little mob trap next to one of the spawners with, I think there's still a foundry over there. And it's feeding stuff into there, and we're gradually getting a bit of iron and a bit of gold. And then lastly, before we move on and actually do something in this episode, the other massive thing that causes us problems is the fact that torches have been completely changed. So we've got this thing where once you've picked up a normal torch, it turns into, I don't think I've got any now, yeah I have, one of these primal torches, and you basically have to light them. You can turn them off, but eventually when you put them down they will go out. So mining in the normal sense of the word isn't quite as easy as it was. But then in the last episode we discovered these totem torches, and they're just made with a bit of wood and a torch, and you can basically put those down and they seem to stay alight, touch wood, but I'm not sure what the light up area is of them, so I'm a little bit nervous of using them, but we are going to be using them today. And I think potentially I heard 5x5. I just have to drink really quickly because that is another mechanic in the game, is thirst, heat and cold. So we have to make sure that we stay warm, and we do that with a campfire, and if we get too hot then we can just jump in the water. And then the other thing that we found was this strainer from the water strainers mod. Once you put a strainer base in here, it'll automatically go away and collect items for you, which is a little bit handy given how hard it is to mine stuff. But yeah, I'm not really sure how helpful it is for the resources that you actually put into making the strainer compared to what we're getting out of this. I mean, yeah, great if we wanted lily pads, but I'm not sure how useful they are to us at the moment. But yeah, we're getting a few blocks, and I guess they're the things that are probably more important. So, and that kind of nicely brings us on to what it is that I want to do today, and that is I want to get over to the, I've called it the dungeon house, but the roguelike dungeon, and I want to grab the spawner from over there because it is quite a distance over there, and with the sort of water, the thirst mechanic and heat and that, it's making life a little bit difficult. And setting up a similar thing over here is, yeah, it's just going to make life a whole lot easier for us. I mean, the other thing that I forgot to mention is the lack of hearts. You can see I've taken a little bit of damage down there. If we just eat really quickly, then we'll be able to get that sorted out a little bit. But it'll only go up to 5 hearts. Now, you can change that by changing the difficulty of the game. I mean, we're playing this on the normal difficulty. But yeah, I mean, if you go on to hard difficulty, you only get 3 hearts. And yeah, to be honest, that was just too much. And the easy difficulty, I think it gives you 7. So yeah, we decided to stay on normal. And yeah. It is still pretty difficult. But anyway, so we've got a bunch of these torches, and hopefully, as I say, they're gonna help us light things up a little bit. And what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to make ourselves a golden pickaxe. And now I'm a little bit annoyed because I was having a search around in some of the rooms of the dungeon that I could easily get to, and I thought I'd found one already. What we need one with silk touch on it, because I'm led to believe, and grab a bit of gold because we're going to have to make another one because I just couldn't find it anywhere. The silk touch, what that basically does for us is it's going to allow us to pick up the spawners. So, well, I'm led to believe that that's what it'll do. So if we just grab that, and it's getting night time again, so let's just do something about that really quickly. Okay, so that's that sorted. I've just noticed that my little temperature indicator has dropped down to the icicle or the snowflake, whatever you want to call it, and that means we are going to have to warm ourselves up pretty soon. And we've got another piece of iron in there. I was hoping for more than that, because what I'm going to want to do first of all is make an anvil. I've got a touch book, so we should be able to relatively easy get this thing sorted. I'm just trying to find, hoping that we've got some lapis. Like I said, it's been a while since I've played the game, and I need to find the book as well, so I probably should be looking out for that. Now I can't find that anywhere. I'm thinking maybe gold pick, say this gold pick that I found did have silk touch on it, but I'm kind of thinking to myself, right, there's the silk touch book. I'm kind of thinking to myself that maybe I lost it when I died. I have got this one's got silk touch on it, but that's only iron. But I have died so many times. We want a bed actually, so I didn't really want to just drop all those on the floor. Yeah, we've died so many times. Maybe I had it on me and I lost it that way. But never mind. So let's put this across here. What is going on? Oh, I'm thirsty. That was not... You got to really, really keep an eye on this. Now I've got... Oh, that is the weirdest thing. Why is that happening? I've got full thirst. And yet it's still telling me that I'm thirsty. Let's just go back in here. Grab some water. Drink it. Okay. There was a little bit of a... That was a little bit of a glitch. I don't understand that. Every time you go in and out of these tents, I've noted this before, that you do seem to take a little bit of water loss. But what I'm going to do is I am going to fill up the rest of these bottles just so that we've got them on us. And while we're in here, we'll grab the rest of the iron. Good, that is the iron that I need now. And we can... Sorry about that, it sort of jangled me a little bit. It always seems to happen. So here we go, we've got an iron pickaxe, and now we need 3 of these blocks like so, and then we should be able to put that there, that, make ourselves an anvil. And then I also want to make myself just a normal standard iron pickaxe, and I want to make myself a normal standard iron axe as well. So hopefully we're going to get one more piece of iron out of this, which we are. Good. Right, so we've got that, and now we just need to find some lapis, which I was kind of looking for, but I seem to get distracted very, very easily. There we go. So we've got some... Do we need... I don't think we actually need lapis for this. I think I'm just being silly. I think we'll set the anvil up actually inside this one. Seems like a good place. So we'll pop that just there. And we'll pop that in there. That in there. That in there. That in there. Ah, good. So we've got an enchantment cost of 4. That's fine. So we can grab that. And... Ah, there we go. Drops it on the floor. This is the thing with this game as well. When you break stuff, you don't automatically pick it up. Stuff falls on the floor, which is a bit of a pain. And we can just finally make our iron axe like so. And they are all the bits and pieces that I want. I've got some blocks here just so I can block stuff off if I need to. I've got my bed, got some water, got some food. Good. I think we are about set to get ourselves over to the house and to the dungeon and just see how it's going. So you got to keep your eye on this water, otherwise you can end up in trouble really quickly. I don't want to stand here because of the guardians, so let's just get ourselves away over here. Good. Okay, so I'm going to stop waffling and we'll get over to the house and I'll see you when I'm there. Okay, so we're here, we're in one piece. I'm just going to get ourselves inside. Just thinking, do I want that torch? Let's just get down here and see. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been down here, so... And I've set myself on fire, which is never a good thing. That's another thing. Torches can set you on fire. So absolutely everything in this game is kind of set against you. And I've got no way of keeping warm because my Campfire has gone out. Ah, this one's still lit. You can grab this stuff up as well, so you got some soot. And yeah, you can see I've got all my collections going on here. That is really loud. Let's just turn down mob sounds really quickly. Hostile creatures, let's just turn that down. And yeah, that was originally, as I say, coming into here, which was feeding into the foundry. So we've got to get in here and just got to check this out, really. And I'm just wondering what the best way to do this is going to be. Got so much stuff down here. I wonder actually if we've got any iron that I've left down here, because that would be quite handy. I suspect that we haven't. Right, so we want to not jump down there, that is for sure. We want to get up here. Can I not get up here? Oh, that is really annoying. So we're going to have to take we'll use the old hatchet until that breaks, I guess. Because of the torch issue, you can pick that up as well. I used slabs. I slabbed the whole lot of this out just so stuff couldn't get in here. And straight away we've got a skeleton in here. What's he got in his hand? He has got a gold sword. I think we'll potentially just leave him there for a minute, and let's just try and get this spawner. And yeah, if we can make this work, then there's no reason why we shouldn't go and grab some more. Yeah, thankfully he's kind of stuck there. So we've got our bits and pieces in hand. Let's just get ourselves healed up. Let's grab some more water just so that we're fully hydrated, so that doesn't catch us out mid what we're doing. And I want to see how easy it's going to be for us to actually get through here. So there's the spawner. There is Mr. Zombie is there. And just thinking, can we get on top of here? Yes, it was as easy as that. So now all we've got to do is deactivate this. Like so. We want to grab up all of these actually, because we're going to use them in our new spawners. So let's just jump down here and grab this stuff. Oh, that is excellent. I'm really, really pleased that we can do that. That has made life so much simpler. Okay, right, I'm just going to grab up all of this stuff, and yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so that is all the bits gathered up, and I've just left a couple of these torches down here just to make sure, because as I say, I am going to have to come back here. Now, we've got loads of other stuff in here that I really would like at some point to be able to take with me, but for now, we haven't got enough room to carry it all. And got a load of the stone tools, don't want those. I kind of noticed actually there isn't any arrows. Oh, we haven't kept, that's because it was a zombie spawner. But sometimes it appears they do carry bows. That is the weirdest thing. Okay, so we are just going to leave all that stuff there. And our friend Mr. Skeleton seems to have disappeared for now, but I guess that we're going to have to go down there next. Like I said, we haven't got any room to carry any more stuff at the moment, so we will get back over to the village and see if we can set something up pretty simply and pretty easily over that side. And it'd be really nice to have quite a few of these things, just so that we've definitely, I can see the journey map there, and I can see straight away that there is a spider out there, which is never that good a thing. And it is night time, so I'm just going to go straight back in here. I'm going to grab my bed. I am going to pop that down and we will sleep, which is going to make life a little bit less worrying, because running through these woods when there's all sorts of mobs about is potentially not a great thing. So I am going to get myself back over to the village, and yeah, I will see you when I'm there. Okay, so back at the village, and yeah, I've got this place here that we're not really used for anything, this tower, and it didn't have a floor in it, so it was just water underneath. So we put a floor in, and if we just get up here, there's a couple of decent bits up here actually that I hadn't noticed before because I hadn't been up here. So every time you go into water, obviously you get cold, but we've got a clock. I'm not really sure how we're going to use that yet. We've got some more bows and that, but we've also got some arrows, which is a really good thing. And I wish it would stop doing that. Every time you shift click stuff out of a chest, it seems to put something into your offhand. So we'll just grab the rest of these bits and pieces and we can deposit them somewhere else. And then we can grab the chest up out of the way. And what I'm planning to do is I'm going to close this area off to a certain degree. I'm going to try to sort of keep it so it doesn't look too crazy. We'll probably just put some walls around here because I think potentially, I don't know, we might have to completely close it off actually. Okay, so we're back and yeah, made this little area up here. So we've basically got, this is where the spawn room will be, and then the zombies will drop down onto this, and this is where the punji stick will be, leading down into the foundry system down here. Now I'm just a little bit worried because this area is bigger, so the spawn area, let's just pop down where that's going to be, just there. Now I'm kind of thinking to myself, is that central? Yeah, it is. Cool. So we'll put the spawner, I think, on top of here because we're going to need a one gap. Otherwise, I think there's going to be a danger that they'll spawn in the floor. In fact, if we just take that out and we'll put the spawner there, then potentially, I just don't know. Right, hang on. What we're going to need is, let's get the plates down first of all. So let's just put the conveyor, so I'm calling them plates, just get you out of the way. So we'll put those down. We'll get rid of that for now because we know that we're not going to need that, and we know where the central area is. So keep putting these round, and some more this side. Now, yeah, we're going to run out of these, and we need more iron. We need iron to make more, so that is potentially a bit of an issue. Okay, so we are back, and yeah, it's been a while since I recorded the last little bit of video, and that's basically on the basis that I decided not to show the whole build of this setup again, given that I'd already done that just recently. And yeah, I decided just to go ahead and get it done, and it's been pretty successful, to be honest. So yeah, we've got the spawner up there, obviously we've got one of the punji sticks there, and yeah, we've got the hopper coming down into here. And I spent a little bit of time, quite a bit of time AFK. Yeah, died a few times as well. You can probably see the death markers are still, some of them are still down there anyway. I removed some of them, but yeah, with the whole hot and cold thing, AFK is not just a simple case of just going away and forgetting about stuff. You do have to check back and respawn, but it was fine because I just dumped all my stuff off in one of the chests because I knew that it would happen. But yeah, it's been quite successful. And it's probably not as fast as I'd like it to be, but we've got a little bit of the iron swords. We've got 4 diamond swords, which I'm particularly pleased about. And then we've got loads and loads and loads of these golden swords. So it does seem as though that is the main thing. And I'd kind of been making use of the fact that I knew that I would die eventually by taking all of the wood and rotten flesh and the bows and that out and putting them in my inventory, so that when I did die, that I'd die with them and they would despawn by the time I realised that it would happen. So yeah, that actually worked out quite well. But yeah, so what I want to do is, and I'm probably going to do this in between episodes because it's a pretty simple job to do, is nip back down to the dungeon and go and grab the skeleton spawner, which you probably remember we stuck behind a wall, so we have literally just got to go in there, take one of the bricks out and grab hold of it. And I'm going to put that up there as well, because obviously skeletons do drop a lot of armor and stuff, and hopefully we can get a bit more iron, because that is what, 11 swords, 22 pieces of iron. There's 2 for each sword, plus 6 that we've got in there already, making 28 pieces of iron for, say, it's probably three hours that I was AFK. So it's not too bad, but it's not brilliant. And if we don't want to spend the entirety of this game AFK, then we do need to do something about it. But yeah, let's just get down here now. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this has turned out. As I say, we've managed to, it looks a little bit boxy at the top, but we've managed to kind of preserve the feeling of this building and probably do something about that at some point in time. Just break up this sort of straight line, flat surface that we've got there. But yeah, it's not my immediate concern. I just wanted this to work. And yeah, so anyway, next episode I kind of want to move away from mob spawners. I kind of just want this to work in the background, just getting our stuff for us. And what I want to work on is, I'm going to definitely be working on the windmill, but the reason why is I want to grab this item, the saw. Now the manual saw it's been pretty handy, but it does use up a little bit of iron every time it breaks, and you don't have to use it a lot in order for it to break. It hasn't got massive durability, whereas this, I believe, has got unlimited durability. As I say, it's going to need a little bit of power from the windmill, but it does mean that we're going to be able to make the wooden blocks and that pretty much easier, because we've got quite a big area over this side still that I want to get finished off. I want to cover all of this up in here, and we're going to be wanting to make some more buildings. We're going to want to connect all of this side as well. So, and the thought of doing that with the manual saw, to be honest, is not a good thought at all. So yeah, I want to get that done. And I tell you, just before I forget about it, these torches, I had a weird glitch with these while I was doing my off-camera stuff. They all went out, but they were still lighting up the area, so I couldn't really work out what was going on. But yeah, once I logged out and re-logged in again, they were all working fine. But I did think for a minute that I'd spoken too soon when I said they don't go out. But yeah, so that is that. Anyway, I am going to stop waffling. That is going to be the end of this episode. As I say, it's probably been more of a little bit of a regroup and a recap, what we sort of like catch up on, yeah, what's happened over the past few weeks. But yeah, if you've liked the video, then please drop us a like. And as always, guys, take care, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.